that? Can you hear that? Sorry. A forest was found felled yesterday in what authorities are calling an act of self-defense intended to de-escalate trip hazards and level out the land. If a tree falls, witness reports indicate the trees were seen aggressively blocking the path of a bulldozer, bravely paving a new motorway. The forest was illegally occupying that land, which is in fact owned by the Slash, Burn and Co. Logging Corporation, and the vegetation ignored multiple warnings to vacate the area. If a tree falls, the Prime Minister responds stating, "We will always stand up for the rule of law. Such a violent act of aggression from invasive species must not be tolerated, and the forest will be held to account." The leader of the opposition is in full support of any executive action the Prime Minister sees fit to execute. If a tree falls, according to a pro-tree-hugging news source who has accused the tree of being cut down, allegedly airwaves vibrated, indicating a possibility that a sound was made. However, these reports cannot be verified. Deaf ears are a much more reliable source, less emotion, more skepticism, soil with a pinch of salt so it's easier to swallow. If a tree falls, you could always change the channel. So a tree hundreds of miles away in a forest I've never been to falls over. Go, what do you want me to do about that? Oh, seeing all that felling can be so depressing, and there's a new season of I'm a Celeb on anyway. This season's lineup's got a Hollyoaks actor, a TikTok influencer, and the CEO of Shell. If a tree falls. If. Who's to say that it ever really did? How do you define fall if the stump still stands? If the tree didn't own that land? If no one was around? If no sound was reported? If you don't want to take sides? If the lumberjack denies? Did it really fall down? If a tree falls, you can count on us for reporting that's as trustworthy and unbiased as a stiff on a slab. There is one thing important in conflicts, and that is facts. 15.3 billion trees fall down every year, and that's the unfortunately unavoidable cost of freedom. 15.3 billion trees fall down every year, and frankly, bruv, I'm tired of hearing about it. 15.3 billion trees fall down every year. And we now go live to a lumberjack for comment. If a tree falls in a forest, it should not have taken root in the path of an axe. Can you hear that?